I was working at Enterprise Rent a Car, and I was like the nigga that if you rent a car and I gotta come pick you up from your crib, I was that nigga that was picking you up from the crib, and like washing the cars and shit and putting gas in the cars,
for sure.
and I hated that shit, right? So it was crazy though because I was working at the one in Troy, 15 mile, 14, something like that. Well, somewhere in Troy. And I was, but that one had like Jags and Benzes.
Yeah.
So I was just whipping them bitches.
Yeah.
And I had to pick up this guy, and I picked him up, and you know, like some people just look like money or just smell like money.
You already know,
Like Steve Harvey. I don't know if you know, I was on Family Feud. And Steve Harvey is the ultimate nigga that smell like money. I couldn't believe it. Okay, I'll get back to that later. So I picked this white guy up, and so I'm like, man, I usually don't talk to people, but I'm like, man, what the fuck do you do? And he was super cool because he could have like got me fired or some shit.
For sure.
But he was like, he never told me what he did. So, but the conversation went like, what do you like to do? And I was like, you know, nothing really. Like I wasn't even playing video games. I was just kind of like, I would hoop, but I'm not going to the NBA. And he was like, well, your career choice, your ultimate career choice / profession is something that you're most passionate about, something that you would do for free. And I said at the time it was girls, fucking with the bitches for sure. You know. Well, actually, I wasn't really fucking, but you know, in my mind, I was like, you know. Also, hooping. Like working out a little bit, but I was like, I ain't going to the league. And then it was shoes, right? So I'm like, you know, what do I open up a Foot Locker? So then he was like, well, whatever it is, one of those three things, figure it out, and find, and then what you would do for free, and then find a way to make money doing it. And he was like, and that's your answer. And I was like, man, thank you, dog. But all right, I'll see you. I was like, that was some bullshit. All right, so then I get to the crib, like it wasn't like the same day. It was like whatever, a couple of days, weeks later, and I opened a Slam magazine. I almost want to say it was Kevin Garnett was on the front.
I remember that one.
But it was a Slam magazine because I had all of them. And I'm looking through the magazine and I see this. It's a thing. It's a sneaker boutique. And it's called Undefeated. And Undefeated is like in LA. Like they got stores all around the world now, and they do collabs and shit. But back then, it was just like Undefeated LA. And I was like, damn, what the fuck is a sneaker boutique? Because we go to the mall, we go to Northland, we go to Foot Locker, whatever. So I was like, man, that's what I want to do. And then it's a whole nother podcast of how I did it. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, that's the answer. And so I started selling shoes. Like we would drive to New York to the Bape store. And I would buy Bapes, 200 a piece. And at the time they were selling for like 4 to 6, depending on which ones it was. And I would come back and sell the other one for that price. And that was literally just to get my money back, so I got mine free. And then I would wear mine, beat them up, and still sell them for like $250, $300. And I just kept doing that. And then that turned into Jordans, and then Jordans turned into Iversons, and then whatever. And then you know, and then the rest is kind of like the rest is history. But like I said, that's a whole nother podcast.